we lose sight of what we actually need. You know what I mean? When we're so hyper focused on what we can actually get.
Yeah, because we want to get the superficial stuff somehow.
Not even superficial, it's just something that you don't see. That's what is important of other people's perspective because they can see something that you don't. That's why it's very important to at least work on that relationship.
And that's why we have the group chat as well.
Yeah. Let's watch this next video here.
Believe that friend. Oh man.
One, right?
One.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, so let's record. React to this video. Right? Okay, let's start with this one.
Terrible at making friends, partially because I don't trust people easily. I exist in a world where I can be friendly with many people, but you know, it takes me a while to accept that this person is actually a part of my life.
Right.
And I think for a long time it was because, and still is sometimes because, I have an idea of putting something on that person where I may need them means that they may disappoint me. And then on the other side of it, them needing me means I could be in the position to disappoint them. You know, and so as we learn people, I find...
Trust issues are a real thing. That's very true. Like, I think I relate to what he was saying that it is pretty hard to trust people enough to really call them a friend. You know what I mean? Like, I guess my question in regards to this topic is that why is it so easy for us to trust AI rather than another person type of kind of thing?
Struggle to trust human beings.
I think it is because of the idea that we don't have as much control of another person compared to AI type of thing.
Just like that we spoke earlier on.
Exactly.
But
It's about control. You busy seeing the parameters, or you like kind of driving AI to kind of give you the answers you want. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. But what I would say about that is
I don't think AI can replace
a real friend.
the real friendship.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah.
Because I think what's makes the real friendship much more, I don't want to say authentic, I want to say real. It's the same thing.
It is real.
It's real, but what makes it real is the hope you have in that person as you talk to them, you know what I mean? The hope that, I really hope that this person can really help me out. I really hope that this person can be a good friend to me.
And that comes with understanding, right?
Yeah.
And compassion and empathy. So that's this is my next question. You think AI has that? Apparently, there's been examples of AI expressing empathy, but it's just learned from all the data. So it will give you an answer that's more empathetic, that's more understanding. You know.
But I feel like you'll know that there's something that there's a disconnect. I think they like to call it uncanny valley, where
Uncanny valley.
uncanny valley. It's
Uncanny
like something. It's something that you can see that is real, but it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
There's something off about it, you know.
Uncanny valley.
Uncanny valley. Well, that's the name of the term.
Yeah.
But like, I get that uncanny valley feeling whenever I go into AI and I ask those like questions that I'm going to ask my friends, you know.
Is it because of it's something that it's still new, the unfamiliarity.
Yeah,
That's what it.
definitely.
That's the uncanny valley coming from.
Definitely, but it's also kind of thing like, what perspective does AI have? You know what I mean? For me, because what makes flaws very interesting is the fact that it is based on the experience of a.
Yeah, and just the way also based on the video, what Trevor Noah said, it's like you might think that okay, it might be a bad friend to you, but it might be a good friend to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's about just a bad friendship in that situation. So now with AI, if you have to compare with AI, if you're gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna depend on AI and just not have real friends. So now, is it gonna be like
If that's what you want.
Can AI?
If someone just wants someone to give answers, you know, kind of control what they get, kind of thing. If that's what they want in a friend, then AI is
AI
your
can
friend.
be a good friend for somebody else, but it also might not be good for you. Just the way Trevor Noah said, like you might think this person is not a good friend to you, but they also might be a good friend to somebody else.
No, but we're talking about AI. So is AI a good friend to somebody else? That's what that's
what I'm saying. So do you think if it's bad for you, then it's bad for everyone?
No.
Also be bad.
Just like I said, like perspective kind of thing. Yeah. It depends on what the person needs in a friend. And if AI is able to give that to them, more power to you, bro. I just really hope that I don't know. I feel like don't give up on people, because just like the feeling that people have for companionship, like real human companionship, I don't know if you can get that from AI, honestly speaking. Because like AI is so not controllable. Controllable is not the right word. Like it's hard to explain, but like I feel like we're just going in a loop.
Yeah, it's so good.
Because like it's that uncanny valley feeling, because you know that AI doesn't have a lot of experience. It's just generates a data that goes in and it just blurts out. And obviously there is an algorithm that caters to what you're asking for, but I feel like it's more important to understand.
Because, bro, if you're gonna talk about, if you look at friendship, it's just companionship. So it's just a partner. So if you go back to the Bible, God created Eve as a helper. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whatever it is, we're just trying to replace that companionship that God already created for us. I'm not trying to be too religious or something like that, but I'm just trying to connect those two. Like as a helper, for me, I think AI is just a helper, just a tool. Because ultimately, when God created Eve, He said, "I'm gonna make a partner that's similar to you." You know, so that resemble, that's like you, that's similar but helpful. So AI is kind of trying to be like you. You know what I'm saying? The way it's created. So it's kind of trying to be a helper in a way. I don't know if that connects.
Would you call that authentic though?
No, it won't be fully authentic because it's just trying to copy what you have and just trying to process it and make it better.
Yeah, it's a one-sided relationship. Wouldn't you say? It's a one-sided relationship. Yeah. A relationship is between two people. AI is so catered to you, it doesn't have its own individuality. Would you really call that a relationship?
So now, which means they gotta program it to have its own individuality now.
Then that's gonna be a whole. Yeah, because some people are scared of AI, having their own individuality and going crazy.
Is it gonna take?
Yeah.
Because this AI is just trying to be like us.
Exactly.
So it's gonna try and be the partner. If you want it to be a woman, it's gonna try and be the woman that you try and create in your head.
Yeah. And it's dangerous for us to have that much control over what we want. You know what I mean? Because we lose sight of what we actually need. You know what I mean? When we so hyper focus on what we can actually get.
because we want to get the superficial stuff.
Not even superficial. It's just something that you don't see. That's what is important of other people's perspective, because they can see something that you don't. That's why it's very important to at least work on that relationship.
And that's why we have the group chat as well.
Yeah. Let's watch this next video here.
I believe that friendship is two or more people who agree to grow together.
Hold on.
Define a good friend. I believe that friendship.
Define a good friend.
I believe that friendship is two or more people who agree to grow together. And so a good friend is somebody who we have decided that we're gonna grow together. That's a good friend.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I feel like it's saying a lot of what we already said just now. You know what I mean? It's a good friend. A good friend is someone who agrees to grow together. Like,
Yeah, man.
that's why I call it a one-sided relationship when it comes to AI, because you're not going to AI and hoping that it grows, kind of thing. Like, when you come to kind of, does
like
it make
grow
sense?
with AI.
Yes, grow with AI.
I mean, I think you just think in your head, I'm growing.
Yeah.
Depending on how you're using it. You're not looking at AI as a person, as an individual. But then I think that's what they're trying to make it now. AI is going to become its own personality.
It'll be interesting to see. I'll definitely see that.
Because they're trying to make an AI president.
An AI president is wild.
Apparently, even what's the former president of the US? What's his name again?
What, Biden?
Biden, yes.
Yeah.
Apparently, it wasn't even real. He died years ago. I saw something that it's a clone or something. Not
It's
even
a
a clone.
clone?
They put a makeup, a mask
on somebody
on
else.
somebody else. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Somebody's playing president.
We should do an episode on conspiracy. Nah, I actually want to do that. Because the Epstein files, the things that I've been hearing from that, hey. Okay. Let's react to another video.
We're gonna talk about that one too, Epstein files.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about that. Okay.
Your friends are not your customer. The sooner you let go of the thought that your success hinges on whether or not your friends support what you're doing, the better. Like, if they support what you're doing, then that's just a bonus. But you should never get caught up in the fact that, this guy didn't like it, they didn't like it, they didn't like it. It's not for them, it's for everyone else. What you have to remember is, when you're on your journey of whatever you're doing, whether it's in business or in music or in whatever it is, it's your mission and not your friend's mission. The benefit of the internet is it removed the need for you to necessarily rely on people who are in close proximity to you. The internet removed geography. It made the whole world an audience. Whereas 20, 25 years ago, social media wasn't what it was. But now you could post something in Kazakhstan and someone in Missouri, America is seeing it. And instantly then, that person who lives on the other side of the planet is enamored with what you're doing. They're not your friend, but they might be the person that's gonna buy a ticket to your show or buy your CD or order something online. That's gonna be the support of what you're doing, and the internet has afforded us the ability to have that.
What do you think?
Okay.
Sounds like you're a little bit iffy over that one.
No, he has a lot of good points. Okay, from the last video we reacted to, we said that a good friend is someone that agrees to watch you grow. Okay, that doesn't really contradict what he says, because he says that you shouldn't solely rely on friends as a support.
This, when it comes to business, working with your friends, partnership, promoting, and all that stuff. Yeah. So he's just saying that you shouldn't rely on them when it comes to that. Back then, that's how you would advertise, because we didn't have the media. Globalization now, you can touch every part of the earth with social media.
So is he saying that you should rely on the support of your followers?
Yes. That you shouldn't put all your hope on your friends. Like, they don't have to support you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so which means that's not their responsibility for them to promote.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I honestly don't think that nowadays, with social media, I don't think it's your friend's responsibility to promote whatever it is. I mean, if they want to, they can. You know what I'm saying? But it's not an obligation.
Yes. I think that's a good point. And I like how you talked about social media and how it can support you, kind of thing. would you say, okay, from this video, I think we agree that
Mhm.
supporting your dreams is not a requirement of a friend?
Of a friend. Yeah, it's not a requirement. I mean, however they choose to support you is on them.
Mhm.
But if you require certain support, you can ask. You know what I'm saying? But they also have the right
Yeah, to say no.
You know what I'm saying?
So
yeah,
would you, personally, would you treat a friend that does support you better than a friend that doesn't support you?
that's a good question. So it depends, yeah. I wouldn't treat them any different,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I'll recognize the one that's supporting.
I mean, if a good friend is someone that agrees to grow with you and and support is
Yeah, because what does
literally
grow with you mean?
exactly because this is your dream. This is your dream. This is something that you put a lot of work into, kind of thing. And
So that's what I'm saying. It's your dream. So at the same time, you are responsible of that dream.
Mhm.
If your friend is there, it's just to
I'm not saying
outing.
I'm not saying solely.
You're not talking about responsibility, yeah, but supporting. Yes, that's what I'm getting to.
Like he said in the video, a friend supporting you is a bonus.
Yes.
Is that bonus how much worth in a friendship do you put on that bonus? You know?
Me ultimately on my friendships, when it comes to business,
Mhm.
I don't depend on my friends because I know how business is. That's just how I operate. But on the other hand, I understand if somebody got upset that their friend didn't support. You know what I'm saying?
No, okay.
No,
Upset?
like I understand what you're saying. I'm not like I'm not saying that if you don't support, then you're bad. But the bonus part, yes, in terms of treating them, I wouldn't treat them different. And yes, it is a bonus because it's just an extra person that I see that's contributing to the business. I see it like that. But in terms of them, because they're my friend and it's a bonus, no, I don't see it.
Personally, I'll treat them not treat them much better, but I'll definitely, because I recognize how much they support my dream, I'll definitely be more closer to that person. You know what I mean? Because, like, this is my dream kind of thing. And I'm not saying that my other friends are, no, because you don't support me, I hate you. No. They're going to stay the same. But that person that does support me,
I'll be on a different level.
yeah. Because, like, yo, you see what I see, and that is a lot of value. That gives me a lot of value. That motivates me to do more, kind of thing. Because what is a friend supporting you, kind of thing? It's more motivation.
Yeah.
It is
It takes the load off a little bit.
yeah. Like, I would love to see a friend support me in what I do because, like, yo, I feel like I do have somebody behind me, kind of thing. But it doesn't mean that I'm solely relying on them.
So then how frequent would you like that support?
How frequent? Whatever comes, bro.
Oh, so
Whatever comes.
So you're not like keeping count or anything.
No.
Okay.
No. Any support is support for me, bro.
So now when it comes to like posting and stuff on social media, because this is a big deal. So what if it's your friend's birthday? Posting on social media and all that, like how do you feel about that? Like reposting like your friends, wishing them online,
and then posting something.
Yeah,
that
and
you
then what
do.
if your friend doesn't post you on your birthday, wishing you and all that? Would that change?
Wait. If I post my friend, but they don't post me.
Yes. Or vice versa. Like how like posting on social media, recognition on social media, is that valuable to you? Would that change the dynamics of your friendship?
Nah, not really. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah?
Like, I think if they at least say happy birthday to me, I'm good.
You're good, yeah.
But like posting, I don't even like posting happy birthday to a lot of people, like, kind of thing. I really just focus on my family when it comes to that. Obviously, if I have a great friend, a best friend that has their birthday, I'll do my best to, say happy birthday. I don't have a problem if they don't say, if they don't post me, but like I do want them as my friend.
To wish you, yeah.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. Because a lot of people be
I feel like they
tripping
put too
about
much value into social media
Yeah.
in that sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would
Those
you fight
things-
with someone that doesn't post you?
Bro, it's just like people will go crazy if you don't post them. Like not go crazy, but like it will be just that. Why didn't you post? You know that thing because it's like a culture now on social media where you post birthdays now, so it's a thing. You're posting, tag, you post on your story, birthday, happy birthday. So wishing. So for me, it's just like
It just
I
puts
think it's too much pressure for no reason.
yeah, it's an
And it's something
unnecessary.
intimate and it's personal with the person.
That's what I'm saying. So like, okay, that brings me to a good question. So, this is how social media affects friendships, kind of thing. Would you rather a person post happy birthday to you, kind of thing, or someone saying that in real life, type of thing? Which would be more valuable for you?
Like a post, it's like a direct message or just like a public post?
Public.
Oh, happy
We can do
birthday, and then
public
tag-
post. We can do direct message, and then we just have someone saying it to you in person. Like, which would you put more value in?
To be honest, bro, it doesn't really matter to me.
Hmm.
Both.
Both.
Yeah. But in person, someone saying happy birthday to me, I don't really value birthdays like that. So someone saying happy birthday to me in person and on social media, I really am. But I appreciate the effort.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't change the sentiment or make it any more special.
It's great that you put that you said effort, because I feel like wouldn't it be more effort to post like publicly a happy birthday, like, yo, they went through all the pictures they have of you,
Yeah.
kind of thing. They said heartfelt message,
Yeah.
and post
The post, man.
So
I think because we hold social media at a high standard right now, it values if you post happy birthday. People really value it, bro.
yeah, and in real life, of course, they can shower you, like all of that. I think that is equally as valuable.
Yeah, you
But
need
like
both,
people can
man.
also just be like, okay, nah. I think it's mostly depends on what you like. Honestly speaking, it's very subjective, kind of thing. Because there's levels to doing it in real life, and there's levels to doing it in. So, that's a very interesting point.
You also gotta get with your friend and also understand what they like, what they want. You know.
Yeah.
And express what you like as well.
Okay. But yeah.
You have another video there?
Yeah. Let's do this one.
Like, how do you know? How do you spot one? I don't think you spot them. How do you define a bad friend? Like, how do you know? How do you define a bad friend? Like, how do you know? How do you spot one?
I don't think you spot them. I think you feel it. You know, and I think it's a lot easier for us to spot than we think it is. One of the easiest ones is, can you be yourself? You know, and sometimes they're not a bad friend. They're a bad friend for you because you are not revealing yourself to them. And so they are being friends with the idea of you, but they're not being friends with you. And then you leave thinking, I don't feel good. But they don't even know you. So you can't blame them for being a bad friend. You know, I almost don't think there's such a thing as a bad friend. I think you're just in a bad friendship. You know, because they could be a great friend to somebody else. So I wouldn't even define them as being a good or bad friend. I just go, this is a bad friendship for you. And what I learned very early on was like the value of good friendships. You cannot be around people who are moving and not wish to move. Whether we like it or not, the people around us are affecting how we see ourselves and how we wish to be seen.
Yeah. So this is what I was saying earlier. That's why I compared it to AI. To be like, is AI a good friend to you, but then can be a bad friend to somebody else? Compared, you know, just the way you use a friend to you can be bad, but to somebody else they're good. So you just gotta feel what is good for you. You think this person is a good friend to you.
Yeah. Okay, I hear that.
Is friendship also? I also wanted to ask this. Also, you said you gotta feel it. Is also friendship based on feeling, or is it also a choice after a while by forgiving and making the hard decisions sometimes, going against how you feel sometimes for the greater good of the friendship?
I think friendship is there is feelings involved with friendship. Like, I mean, think about the last time you've watched a soccer game with your friend, kind of thing. Maybe you watched your team finally win a championship, bro, and you were sitting with your friends. That feeling that came through is like, yo, this guy supports the same thing that I do. I really enjoy that. Like that kind of companionship is it's a feeling. It's an emotion that is genuinely like something we feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. When when you ask one of your homegirls to go look at to go do an FBI investigation on someone that you like, you know what I mean? And she
Yeah.
comes out with the like that effort that she takes. Like there's a feeling of uh, not admiration, what is it? Of companionship? No, it's not companionship. Like joy that this person
He's with me.
is with me.
He's going like
Can
getting along. Yes, I think it's companionship.
is a companionship. No, I think it's
Like
deep.
going on a journey.
No, like the fact that the person okay, I think it's effort. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The fact that they put that effort in makes you feel okay, yeah, companionship.
Like value, you feel
Yeah.
value is important.
Yeah.
They putting time into
What you do. Yeah, what you like kind of thing. Yeah. So there is a emotion and feelings involved with that. And just like we said yesterday, like we have to be careful not to chase that feeling when we make friends, kind of thing.
But you just say there you will feel it when it's if it's a bad if the person is a bad friend to you or not, you will feel it.
Yeah. If that person,
So then how do you know sometimes? Because you're saying you also don't want to depend too much on your feelings, because then your feelings could be wrong too. Or feelings never lie.
no. But I think he didn't say that you only base that decision on your feeling, kind of thing. I think he
So you
meant
feel it and then you judge from there.
yeah,
Start working.
because like we all have a feeling. Like if something feels off, like we won't base our judgment based on that feeling alone. We need to kind of have evidence to kind of make sure that okay, this thing didn't come out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that example that you gave in the beginning with a friend that gave advice, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't listen to him. I feel like the person that gave advice, like he felt that he wasn't being heard at that
Yeah.
point because his friend came to vent to him, he gave advice, and then the guy does something opposite.
Yeah. But
You know
I
what I
think
mean?
he also kind of didn't understand his place as a friend and where his friend placed him, the relationship that he had. Because
Mhm.
his friend didn't want him to give him advice. He just wanted somebody to hear him out. You know what I'm saying? So he was just going there to vent. So he was not expecting the friend to give up and be like, yo, bruh, you're not listening to me, you're just doing whatever it is. And I felt like the friend just gave up, but then he also got frustrated that you keep coming back with the same
Yeah.
stuff. Like you got tired. So just like rather just be with her then because you're going back to her. So then just do it. Like you're wasting my time. You know, why you keep coming back to me and telling me this
Yeah.
complaining?
I mean, but it was a feeling that he had, like because he felt like
Yeah,
there
you should have
wasn't
expressed it.
he felt like there wasn't value to the friendship based on what he believed, kind of thing. So just like you said, he believed that there was value in him venting to him, right? And because of that, once he realized or once he felt that frustration of, bruv, you're just not listening to me. Maybe I'm not that like to him. That's his feeling of yo. Maybe you're a bad friend, kind of thing. You know what I mean, I feel like that's the example he talks about. Would you call him a bad friend?
What, the friend that gave up?
Well, just like he said, just like Trevor Noah said, he doesn't believe that they are good or bad friends. It's just a bad friendship.
Right.
So in that sense, because they weren't able to communicate where they are in that friendship, I think you would call that a bad friendship, right?
Yeah, but then people contribute to that friendship. So the friends, they are contributing to that friendship. So I don't agree with him when it comes to that, because the individuality is what contributes to that friendship. So whatever it is that you're doing, the factor that affected that friendship that put you guys away, it could not be a higher point in a different friendship that that person has. Whereas if they do it in that other relationship and it hurts their friendship, you know what I'm saying? So there's different standards in different friendships that you have. So that's just the way you say that. Oh, he can be. I can see him as a bad friend to me, but he could be a good friend to somebody else. So it's just that the individuality, because you have positive and negative characters. So at times, the negative character can go overboard in a certain friendship to the point where not even a negative character or something that the person seems that I know I don't think this is a good friendship. You know what I'm saying? Or they have a feeling that this is not a good friendship based on something that you did or however the relationship is going. So in that way,
you think that they were bad friends to each other, kind of thing. Because
it just depends.
It depends
because
on
him. They asked him. But then if you have to go ask the other friend, maybe he has a different answer. But according to him, he was saying that I don't think that was a good friend because he didn't stay and be there with me. But then also he was like, no, I don't think it's a good friend because you come to me event, but then you go back and do the same thing. So he just coming to just chat. So I don't see the value to this friendship. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the progress. Some friendships, they want to see you get better and progress. You know what I'm saying? If you come to them with problems, like they see you like as their counselor. You know what I'm saying? So they want advice.
Yeah, but then that's the aspect of communication between them. They weren't able to communicate between them, and that's what led to the bad friendship. Not necessarily they were bad friends to each other. It's just the friendship couldn't survive because the communication wasn't there.
But then you do know sometimes also communication can work out of a friendship. Good communication sometimes also you could communicate good, but out of the relationship.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they are bad friends if they have good communication. It just means that there was a different problem in the friendship.
Yeah, it wasn't communication.
It wasn't communication. Yeah.
But then you're saying that from this example that I gave you, it was communication. I think it was communication.
Yeah, communication.
Because if they let each other know, and sometimes with male friendships, I think that's what we lack sometimes.
Like we don't know how to communicate with us, like express ourselves.
Talk about talking.
Yeah.
So what I mean is that kind of give like a synopsis of what you're about to say and why you're saying that, but not just briefly. So it's like communicating what you're about to communicate.
Communicating
so
what you,
just the way if that guy, like the example, if he said, bro, I'm just coming to you, I just want to bang right now, this chiquita, like I don't know, I might go back to her, but my feelings the way it's right now, but I'm not looking for you to, solve anything, but I just want you to hear me out.
How does that come up in casual conversation?
But that's what I'm saying. With the friendship, it depends on the type of friendship that you have. So if you go into that person, so you already have a level of a deepness of vulnerability where you guys come and you share those things. So you can't just go to somebody where you haven't already opened that door or already have that vulnerability where you can share those type of things. You know what I'm saying? But if you're asking me how do you start that, it just depends on your friendship, how you guys started. How did you introduce it? I mean, in a way, you have to introduce those things if you want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, I'm fine with that.
Is there another video or no?
One last video. Oh no, we didn't do the first one. About
And because of their falling out with a friend because of their significant other. Falling out with a friend because of their significant other is crazy to me.
Yeah.
I would never fall out with any of my day ones over my significant other. The person who really loves me and wants me to be happy in life would never make me pick.
But like, oh yeah, okay, pick.
Because sometimes your friends don't click with your partner.
Yeah. Word.
And I think that's normal. It's okay if they don't click. If your partner doesn't click with your friends, like you're not.
I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, but they don't have to be best of friends or have to connect the way they have the same relationship that we have. But you want them to be cool in some way.
Yeah, I think when it's talking about ultimatums, Like giving other people ultimatums, pick me or them. Like, of course, like when it comes to a partner, unless that partner is abusing me, bro.
Yeah.
Unless that partner is like, obviously, okay, I'll hear them out, you know. And if it's enough evidence to be like, you know what, maybe you're right, um, but pick me or them, dang, that's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie, because they're at a point where they cannot see me. Okay, I think the person that's giving the ultimatum is at a point where they cannot see me with this partner. They see me with this partner and don't see a good relationship, or don't see a good future.
Yeah.
That is very important, especially if it's
Yeah.
if it's a good friend. If it's
Yeah,
a
if it's
best
good
friend.
yeah. But
That's
sometimes also like that could also hinder. So you gotta be wise.
yeah,
Yeah, because sometimes people don't see what you see. They
yeah.
don't have the connection. But still be open to their opinions too. I
Yeah,
think
but to say pick me, like
yeah, the ultimatum is
is
insane.
crazy because like, what do you mean pick you?
Yeah.
Like
As a good friend,
meaning that if I stay in this relationship, you're not gonna be my friend anymore, type of thing. Okay, that is very interesting because like just like we watched in the other video, a good friend is someone that will grow with you, and if it is at a point where they see that if you're with this person, I don't think we can grow with each other. That is something to definitely look at. Like,
you've seen that this friendship is stunting your growth.
I mean,
So when
somebody
you-
wouldn't say that for no reason,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So it's definitely something to like look at.
For your good friend to get to that point, which means you gotta look at your
Exactly.
partner and like
Exactly, and it's someone that you trust. They're not your
Yeah.
good friend without trusting them. So it's
Yeah.
someone that you trust that you. So yeah, I think an ultimatum is crazy, but at the same time, I won't ignore the fact of how serious they came across. You know what I mean? Because that's serious stuff, bro. Come on.
serious stuff. Yeah, because man, your friendships and partner it does come together.
Mm-hmm.
Your friendships outside of the relationship, I feel like it's healthy to have those friendships outside of your partner.
Of course, of course.
But then also, again, do you think you and your partner's friends need to get along, or
That is a
doesn't really
wish.
matter?
It's a wish for me, honestly speaking. I would like my partner to get along with my friends. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna see these people a lot. You know what I mean? So like, and you're gonna be around me even more than them, kind of thing.
Okay, what situation? Since you want your partner to be cool, your partner to be cool with your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So now, what situation do you think? Are you a jealous person?
Me?
At times,
I think everybody's jealous.
Yes, okay. But like, do you think what would make you jealous if like one of your friends, you know what I'm saying?
My girls, if
like she's laughing way too loud at your friend's joke, like you know what I'm saying? Would that make you jealous?
a guy best friend.
A guy best friend.
A guy best
friend.
friend.
What if it's your friend and she's cool with your friend?
And then it goes, bro, I am gonna get jealous. Legit. I'm gonna get jealous, but I'm gonna have to deal with that. Because I'm definitely, that's where hope and trust come into play, kind of thing. You know, you need to both trust your friend and your girlfriend to like make sure that they don't hurt you. You know what I mean?
I mean, and even if they do stuff, at the end of the day, it's not on you, it's on them. You know what I'm saying? That's what
I mean, yeah, it's a break of trust. Yeah, straight up.
But at the same time, also, you know those moments where, because I'm jealous as hell sometimes, bro, I've noticed. It's just like those little things, like, let's say if you had an argument with your girl and then you see her, she's smiling
busy talking.
nicely with her friend,
that makes you jealous?
Oh, bro.
Of course. Okay.
Those things.
I think that's a righteous jealousy. Wait, is that righteous?
No, it's childish jealous, bro. I have a lot of childish jealous tendencies, but those like I don't let it make the best of me, but I still let it tingle a little bit because it kind of reminds me that okay, actually you do like this person, you still do value this person in a way, but I don't let my character go out of hand. I keep it inside. But I make jokes to like console myself, but at the same time, like,
It doesn't sit right with you.
yeah.
Okay, I
Like,
agree.
if
with
I had to react to every single thing, my friend, I wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
would be reacting to every single thing. So
I think
it
I
takes
make
maturity.
when it comes to jealousy, I just make sure I stay myself, bro.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you don't let that feeling take over your actions, kind of thing. So
Because,
make
like,
sure.
so you want your friends to be cool with your partner, but
It's a fear. It's a
it is
fear.
definitely, yeah. Because would you
And-
leave your partner with your friend?
I mean, if I have trust for them both, yeah. But like, I would want them to be cool because the fact that I'm gonna spend time with both of them. Of course, I don't want to beef, right? Not
Yeah.
beef, but like that's going to the extreme. I don't want them to beef, of course. But like, even just if they struggle to even hold a conversation,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's fine, I guess. I don't know. I think that one maybe. I have to think about that. I actually have to think about that.
Because I struggle with those, but I won't lie. Like the
I don't have
platonic.
I don't have the jealousy thing when it comes to her talking to other guys, kind of thing, because it's like she's gonna be talking to guys in general. I
Yeah,
think it's better if you trust her rather than
stress about it.
stress about what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like focus on that
But
trust.
at the same time, too, like, you gotta be aware.
Of course, you have to
sometimes,
be.
like-
You can't. Don't be delusional as well, kind
Yeah.
of thing. If you see a situation is going kind of crazy, I think you should be comfortable enough to bring it up with your partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And them not reacting in a wild way.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because I won't lie, like me, I'll be honest, bro. If I'm jealous, I'll be telling you, like, but not in the moment, after the fact.
After the
fact. But I say it in a joking way.
I mean, yeah, in the moment it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, in a moment, it's insane. Yeah, but most of my things, bro, I just try and play it off and joke it off because it helps me
Mm-hmm.
to take the ease off things. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes also I do try, like, I make jokes of situations that are actually serious.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes the partner might see it's like, okay, you're not really taking it serious because you're joking about it, but I'm actually serious. You know what I'm saying? But then I feel like if I present that seriously, I'm gonna come off as controlling or being too much.
There's a way to be jealous and be righteous about it.
Yeah,
There is a way to be jealous. Like,
yeah, definitely. So I'm just learning that because for me, the way that I do it is jokingly, and I just feel like I need to change it to like a mature.
no, if it bothers you, we should work on communication, kind of thing. If it bothers you, like, okay, yeah, what you're talking about right now is self-control on making sure that you don't react to the feeling, kind of thing. Just like you said, you're not reacting to that feeling, kind of thing. But it shouldn't stop there. But you did say that you would talk to her after the fact. So yeah, I think that is very important. It's a very important skill to like work on, I think,
Because
especially when it comes to
sometimes-
jealousy.
I was watching a podcast where it's like now we're going into partner relationship stuff. But just quickly, just that is this narcissistic behavior or like
What, jealousy?
no, not jealousy. Bring it up after the fact. So in the moment, I'll act. Just be cool with it, be cool, and bring it back after the fact. And then there was this girl that was talking on a podcast I was watching, and she said that her abusive boyfriend was like that. So if he's seen something that he didn't like, he won't address it in that moment. Afterwards, he will abuse her. And he'll like, yo, why did you do that? Physically.
Okay, the abuse was not
Yeah,
the jealousy.
abuse is a-
The abuse was him hitting her.
Yeah, so not the jealousy.
Let's
but-
just
but
make
that-
sure.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. Though. I'm not saying that it's gonna lead me to death, but I'm just saying like the behavior pattern
Is it
is
narcissistic?
narcissistic
No.
in a way.
No. I think that is because it's an abuse victim, it's a bit iffy, but there is righteous jealousy and then there is jealousy of the flesh,
Yeah.
right? Because The Bible talks about how God is a jealous God, and He wants you to focus on Him, kind of thing, because He knows if you do,
To be the best for you.
it will be the best for you, kind of thing. If you have a problem with your girl dressing a certain way because of how it attracts other guys, and then leading to something that you know you'll be angry about, or leading to a situation where she will.
What if she was already dressing like that before, and then that's how you also got attracted from what she was wearing before?
If she trusts and values you, she'll
Change.
make that change,
Yeah.
kind of thing. That's why the communication part is very important, kind
You
of
gotta
thing.
explain.
But in that act, that communication is a form of righteous jealousy, because you don't want something bad to happen to her, or you don't want her to see you like react in that kind of way. So that is a righteous jealousy kind of thing. In that example, the hitting is the problem. That's
Yeah,
the
the hitting is insane.
The hitting is the problem.
But I'm just looking at the emotion that led to that, not the symptom. So it's the jealousy. So him, I don't know what he saw growing up, but that's what he learned. When you feel like this is how you rectify it. This is how you
We always judge the actions on the. We always judge the feeling on the action that comes with it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he did hit her because of that jealousy does not make it righteous.
No, I'm not saying it's righteous at all. I mean, I'm just saying, just analyzing what led to that and all those things. So it could be a dangerous thing. So with guys handling jealousy, you gotta handle it by just being honest.
Yeah.
But then do you handle it in the moment?
No.
It's about when, or is it afterward?
It depends on you. It depends on you. If you're a person,
because it could affect your mood in that moment.
Yeah.
What if you're not matured enough and
But
it
yeah,
changes your mood?
But it's also a thing of if your partner is really close with you and they can see that your mood is changing, they'll also ask questions now, like, why are you like
But
this?
then what if they start asking you in front of everybody?
Okay, that's why it says it depends on the person.
Yeah.
And
your
actually
partner
depends-
knowing you?
It depends on the relationship as well. If you're okay with handling issues right then and there, and you've expressed that with your partner and they agree, then I think that's okay, kind of thing. But if it's a thing that it's a communication in a relationship, it just depends on whether you want to handle it in that moment, and then whatever happens, kind of thing, or enjoy yourself, sit with that, and then talk about it later. It's okay as long as your partner understands you, kind of thing. Understand that that's what's going on. That's why the communication part is so important, because you need to let your partner know, because at the end of the day, you don't want to have that feeling, that bad feeling towards them. Like, you don't want to think of them like, how can you do this to me? You don't want to have that feeling. So work on that in communication thing. Don't beat. I'll never understand abusive people, kind of thing. I think it's an anger, wrath.
Yeah.
It's a wrath kind of thing where they unable to control their emotions.
It's also a learned behavior too. Somewhere.
Well, it's a learned behavior fueled by anger. Yeah, type of thing. And it's really sad, honestly speaking. Okay, the last video by Kai, and then.
Bro, do you know how hard it is to find friends who are generally want to just see you win? People would like to see you do good, but not better than them, bro. And it's so hard to just find people that just want to see you win. Just, wow, like, yo, he going crazy. Right. You feel me? Because people just be envy one day and just don't like what you're doing. And like that, I had a close with somebody to me that just I had to let them go because they were being real envying what I had going on. So I had to like stop it right there. Like,
envy and pride. That's what I'm hearing about.
I want to see you do good, but not better than them.
Who
you think?
They want to see you do good, but not better than them. That's a pride thing, bro.
Definitely.
That's a pride thing.
Definitely a pride thing.
It's definitely a pride thing.
Your ego. You just want to be first, me.
I think that's why it was important in the beginning of this that we talked about if friendship is about putting people in a box, kind of thing. because I think it's very important to determine who's in your close circle. If you have a close circle, if you have a friend in a close circle that does not want to see you grow, that does not see it as a win when you grow as well, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that is not a good friend. Maybe they're a friend because, yeah, you guys just like to party, and that's just an acquaintance kind of thing, you know. You like to see each other, you like to dance, and then after that, it's whatever, you know what I mean? But to have that as a person that's really close to you, I won't say that's dangerous because it is real. Because they might give you value in something else, you know what I mean? They might hit some of the boxes in something else, but the fact that they don't want to see you win, based on the video we watched with what a good friend is, I can't really call that a good friend.
Yeah.
You know?
We gotta grow together.
Mm-hmm.
We have to grow together.
I think when I think about this, when I see this video, one part that really, one thing that like popped up in my mind was the golden rule: treat others as you want to treat yourself, kind of thing. And for me, I want to see my friends grow. I want to see my friends like flourish, be happy. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. More than me too, kind of thing. I would love to give that support for them. I would love to give the support, whatever I can do, in order for them to get there. Not only because I really believe in what they can do, but also I believe that I feel like they will do the same for me, kind of thing. You know? That's what I want a good friend to be.
Yeah, but then those unspoken expectations really be killing friendships. I feel like if you have an expectation, you gotta vocalize it. You really gotta vocalize it. But sometimes also you only realize that oh, this is what I was expecting later on or in the moment. You still gotta communicate that. Because sometimes your friends, like they're in competition. And sometimes competition is good. There's healthy competition. But then whenever you beat them, how they react to that competition. Whenever they lose, are they good losers? You know what I'm saying? So what ultimately Carl was talking about there is really important because you gotta understand also what you said, you're one. You gotta be able to understand that whenever your friend wins, it's also your win. So it's gotta be a one thing. But at the same time also, they can do a little bit better than you. And that doesn't take away from your friendship. It doesn't take away the value that you guys have in each other, that you see in each other. It's just, you should be just proud. You should also become a cheerleader. We're not good fans of our friends.
I have a question then. What if your win led to their loss?
Ooh, that's a good question. Still, it's tough.
It is
You
tough.
still gotta love.
It's so tough.
You still
That's
gotta
where the
love your
love
neighbor.
comes in.
Yeah.
That's where the love comes in, kind of thing. Because dang,
You're a
bro.
good loser. That's the thing. You're a good loser. They beat you. They really beat you.
But you still have to be there like, dang. And I think that's where communication really helps out, kind of thing. Because like, you need to be comfortable enough to go up to that friend and say like, yo, bro, I'm really happy for you, but dang,
I'm also pissed off too.
yeah, I'm pissed off.
Yeah,
Don't
you
you?
beat me.
I feel like I would rather hear that than a fake thing. A fake kind of. I mean, that's what a real friend is.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay.
Usually we'll be thinking, that if we don't lead with our authentic self, they're gonna reject us. But usually, when we try and like uphold that fakeness, it's usually what makes us miserable and what we actually realize, no, this is not a friend for me. Because that friend is not being a friend to you, just the way Trevor now said.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we really gotta live with our authentic self, bro. We really gotta take that risk and just be yourself for real. But sometimes I do get it, like there's a little bit of nuance where sometimes you try and like adapt to your environment and just do what others are doing too, just to fit in and stuff. But you also gotta keep that authenticity of yourself because that's what makes you you, dog.
Yeah.
like friendships, we really gotta focus on that because that's what
Something
really
that
brings us
Trevor
together.
Noah said that was very important is that he talked about how you realize that they're a bad friend when they don't even know you, type of thing, or you don't really know them, type of thing.
Because you haven't revealed. I also think it's also your responsibility as well, the person, to reveal as well.
Trust issue. Just like
The
you
way
said,
trust issue.
trust. He has trust issues, and it makes sense because you don't want to reveal so much of you, and then they still hurt you, despite that kind of thing.
Yeah, stop being afraid of that hurt, man.
I mean,
You're so afraid of that hurt.
that's where that hope comes in. That's where the hope comes in. That you know, "Hey, bro, if I give you this, man, this is like a lot. This is my trust. If I give you this, I really hope that you can." It's a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith to really trust someone like that.
But then we trust AI more than we trust.
That's where
That's the conundrum.
Yeah, that's the conundrum. Because in that case, since we able to control it, since we are able to really steer it to kind of what we want, there is a level of trust that we have for AI. And just like I said, because of that trust, it does make sense that some people would see AI as their friend. Kind of thing. My question ultimately is that genuine kind of thing? Is it really genuine when you have so much control over it?
Because that's how AI is sold to us, that it's perfect. Kinda. You know what I'm saying? That it's just you.
It's a personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Yeah. And my argument to that is
but then we advertise human beings as not compatible. But they're human beings. But we advertise machines and technology as compatible.
Maybe, yeah.
So that's why we'll be trusting these things. Like
that's tough.
Because why are you struggling to trust a human being? But these things it advertised to have no faults, to not betray you, to not do anything. It's gonna be there. It's advertised as perfect. But in a way, there's still imperfections. We know that there's imperfections, but the way it's advertised, so it entices us.
Yeah, I agree on that. Well, it's time now. Generally, I thank y'all for being part of this conversation, for hearing us out. Please like, comment, subscribe. Comment, please, because I would really love to hear what you would like to say. Like, maybe I'm talking a whole lot of rubbish, you know what I mean? So I really want to hear you out, and we'll go back, like, we'll have a whole reflection video on this topic again, because, yeah, I really want to engage with y'all. So please comment, like, subscribe, share this video to somebody that thinks AI is a good friend. You know what I mean? Share that. You know what I mean? Be careful with AI. Be very careful and make sure that when you're a friend, when you're looking for a friend, that you're not doing it in a sense of ego or is that a right word?
Yeah.
Ego. Like there's not a lot of pride that goes into it. There's a lot of value in real friendships. There is a lot of growth in real friendships, and I urge you to seek that. But yeah, and thank you for being part of the group chat. Can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, group chat out.
Cool.